association. You gotta have a place to put all your tapes. You gotta have a place with grease boards. I used to be such a sweet, sweet thing to leave. You gotta hold up. I can't wait to get in here and get these tapes, man. Make a stagger call. Kaboom! Been fortunate to have Heisman Trophy winners, #1 picks in the draft. Look at that on your sweater now. Had some guys explode onto the scene like Andy Dalton. You know what they say about redheaded guys now? They say you guys got tempers. Russell Wilson. He's too short. He's too damn short. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. He's coach. He's Chucky.
Tyler Bray, quarterback, University of Tennessee.
Going downfield. End zone. Touchdown. There is a lot to like, but there are some areas where he's rough around the edges. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. I get a stomachache watching that. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Welcome to this SportsCenter special, Gruden's QB Camp with Tyler Bray, presented by Corona Extra.
I know a lot about Tyler Bray because I come from the University of Tennessee, and so does my wife. His production was incredible, really. Almost 3,700 yards, well over 30 touchdowns. I like the production, I like the measurables, and his ability to pass the football. He's going for it to the far side. That's a man. Touchdown.
I've watched the show before.
Spider 2, Wild Banana.
Wasn't expecting this, pulled that. I didn't know where we were at, thought we were lost. But it's going to be a fun time.
Tyler Bray from Tennessee Volunteer Nation. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the FFCA, man. What do you think of this?
Great little place.
I just got to ask you, first of all, coming from the state of California, why did you end up coming to Tennessee? This is my stomping ground.
Those 100,000 people right there cheering for you.
Really?
That's why when I came on my visit, I didn't know what color Tennessee even was, to be honest. Never been there, never watched a game, and got to watch them run out the tee and the people just cheering, and it just put chills on my arms, down my back. It was amazing.
This is where I started my coaching career. I met my wife at Tennessee, Neyland Stadium. You went there really to play for Lane Kiffin, didn't you?
Yeah, enrolled early. Started trying to learn the offense. Just barely got into that, and they left to USC. And so I had to come back, wait around to see who was going to be the coach. Ended up hiring Coach Dooley and just trying to take off from there.
You know, what do you take from Coach Dooley? What does he leave Tyler Bray with as you get ready to become an NFL quarterback?
He was just always talking about needing to become more mature. That's always been kind of a question for me. One of the youngest quarterbacks in the draft, so I'm still, I don't want to say learning, but still trying to grasp the whole quarterback position.
You know, when I was a graduate assistant at Tennessee, I think it was 1985, I was underneath that locker room right there, and that band opened up, and it made that tee, and I came running out with that tee for them. They started playing that fight song, just like you said, the chills on your arms. Why in the hell are you coming out early? Why wouldn't you go back for one more year and kick butt?
I lost a lot of my guys on offense. I lost a couple good receivers, tight ends, some linemen. And just talked to my old offensive coordinator, Coach Chady, and he just told me to be selfish, and I needed to do what was right for myself.
You just felt it was time to go, huh?
Yeah.
What about this Manning guy? Is this Peyton Manning ever come up around Knoxville anymore?
A couple times. You drive around campus, you see a couple street signs.
But isn't it true, Tyler, if you're a quarterback at Tennessee, isn't that what they're selling? You could be the next Peyton Manning. Isn't that what they're selling?
That's what they sold me.
And after your freshman year, when you became a starter, I'm just sitting here at the FFCA, and I see you shred Memphis, and everybody starts comparing you to who?
Peyton Manning.
What was the pressure like, living in the shadow of the sheriff?
Oh, it's tough. I mean, you got guys that have sit there and won a lot of ball games, and you're a freshman coming in, and you've beat a couple teams, and they expect you to be the next national championship quarterback.
I got to ask you, though, I mean, he hung around for 4 years. He went back there. He had a hard time beating Florida. People they were on his ass, too. You know what I mean? But he went back. How come you're not going back there? Why wouldn't you finish?
Just the offense that Coach Jones is bringing in didn't really fit. I'm not gonna.
You're not a read option guy?
No, not at all.
I can't buy in that. I don't know if Peyton would have stuck around to run the option plays either. You know, you said that word. You said maturity early, and you are a young guy. You're a true junior, right? 21 years old. Talk about maturing off the field as well as on the field. Where are you? I mean, you've had a couple things happen.
According to a report, Bray and his roommate were throwing beer bottles and golf balls from an apartment balcony.
I read something about a jet ski. But off the field, tell me where you are and why you feel like you're ready now to move on, Tyler.
Just embrace the role. In college, wasn't really thinking. Thought I was kind of above the law, could kind of live how you see on the TV shows and movies. And finally just realized you're not. You're actually under a microscope. You're judged more than just a normal, say, student. Just having to learn the actual quarterback role. Took me a little while, but finally embraced it and matured a lot more than I did when I came in.
That's good, man. What about this 6'6", are you? You're not 215.
230, 232.
232. What have you been doing to get so much heavier?
Eating small children.
Seriously, what are you doing to get 232?
Just a better nutrition plan, not eating fast food.
69 touchdown passes? Pretty good, man.
Not too bad.
7,400 yards? Reflect on that number with me.
That one?
Yeah.
That's the biggest one. If I would have better footwork, it could have been probably close to 70, if not 70.
Tell me who this Tyler Bray is. What makes him tick? Who is this kid?
Competitor. Hate to lose. If I don't feel you want to win with me, I'm going to be... That's what takes me off.
Was it hard being all the way from California? Being under the microscope in Manning's shadow in Knoxville? Was that a lot of pressure?
Yeah. Football in California and Tennessee, as far as college-wise, not even close. I mean, Tennessee, this is almost a religion out there.
But it is a football factory, and it had a huge impact on me in my life. And still, I think one of the reasons I come in here 3 or 4 in the morning is because I love football, and I learned to love it right here in Knoxville.
Next on Gruden's QB Camp.
Isn't this a route that Tyler...
Presented by Corona Extra.
We got to spend some time today talking about peaks and valleys. All right, I want you to write that down, peaks and valleys. Remember you talked to Gruden all day about peaks and valleys. You've had a lot of peaks in your career, haven't you? What do I mean by peaks?
Highs and lows.
Yeah, man, you've had some great highs and you've had some tough lows. But the one thing I love about you, Tyler, is your ability to do what?
Throw the ball.
Throw the ball. If you're an evaluator of a quarterback's ability to throw the ball, what do you evaluate here? You like this?
Yeah. Great catch.
How about this? You think there's anticipation there?
We've ran that route so many times.
Oh, we're going to get into that route. What am I showing you I like?
Throws.
I mean, big-time throws. Sensational throws. Phenomenal back shoulder placement. That's awesome, man. What about NC State? Were you pissed off at them or what? Look, this is what people are excited about. I mean, you throw this post combination on top of a deep cross. Getting there was a great job, but making the throw is another thing. This ball's designed to go to Hunter on a deep cross, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just read all 3 levels?
I just saw he was flat-footed. Emerson was flat-footed.
It's one of the best corners in this draft.
Yeah, we went after him, too. That was our goal, was to go after him.
When you're on, man, look at you. You look like Deion Sanders right there at those high knees. You're feeling it right there, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
What is this thing you guys won? You guys won a trophy for beating North Carolina
Leather
State?
helmet or something? I have no idea. I just knew we were 1-0.
You're 1-0, and your star offensive lineman gets the trophy and breaks it, puts on the helmet, and you guys look like you're feeling pretty good. You're 1-0, right? Come out in week 2, nasty play action passes, and I don't know. We just shred this team, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about the demeanor of the volunteer football team with you at quarterback after week 2.
We didn't think we were going to lose at all. We were already talking about the Alabama game.
So you're sitting there 2-0, and guess who comes storming into town?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And here come the Florida Gators.
This is the game that Peyton Manning got criticized over. He couldn't beat Florida, right? So this is a linebacker over the center, and the center looks like he's sliding to his right. But what ends up happening is the back, number 20, and the center, 64, block the same guy, right? And you got a free rusher coming off the edge.
Yeah.
And it's a zone blitz because the man on the right tackle drops into coverage and he intercepts this pass. This was a huge play in this game. But I just want you to tell me, what was the protection?
It looks like slide protection.
So the center is going to go to the right and the back has a double read, 1 to 22?
Yeah.
What could you have done different looking at this picture now?
Probably going to re-identify the mind.
Probably could have, probably should have, right?
Yeah.
Look, if I'm your agent, if I'm a member of your family, if I'm in your circle of friends, I'm going to make sure every day I have somebody talking to you about what?
Protections.
You're not going to be like Randall Cunningham unless you get some rocket juice shoved up your right? You're going to be Tyler Bray. You're going to be a strong-armed, tough guy playing in the pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to know how to protect yourself. Bray breaks the depth. I watch Tennessee play. Man, I see some great passes. I see some phenomenal catches. And then there's some games I see a great route. I see a great throw, but I see the most routine thing not happen. You know, I'm talking about the Florida Gators redeclaring the mic, maybe eliminating that problem. We lose to Georgia by 1 score in this game now. That was a big play.
Uh-huh.
And then this one against Mississippi State. This was a hell of a throw. What's your reaction to guys dropping passes at the end of the half against Alabama? Just move on. Hey, that's life.
You got to. You can't sit there and yell at him, and then he's going to start thinking about it, and next time you're going to throw the ball, you're going to be thinking, well, if I throw it to him, he could drop it. So I just try to let it go. Hey, you owe me one now. Go make a good catch.
What do you call this little route combination? A combination that I've seen you run 1,000 times.
Glare.
Glare. I bet you could hit this in your sleep. When you miss a throw to a guy that's wide open, what do you say to yourself?
Can't really say it on TV. I just kind of yell at myself. Because that throw, I've thrown that. I actually threw that route yesterday to Justin.
Isn't this a route that Tyler Bray loves? Look at me. Glare at me.
Oh, yeah.
Glare at me. Give me a glare. You love this route, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Mississippi State? Is this a glare?
Yep.
Superb. What am I saying? Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. I think you can throw this glare in your sleep. Here it is down here, right? This Georgia?
Uh-huh.
2 deep man under. That's a great glare, man. Phenomenal. You love glare, don't you?
Yeah.
How many glares do I have to show you until I say, how the hell did you miss this glare?
My body got in front of my arm.
Why?
Just that little step-up shuffle right there. My body's moving here. My arm's trying to come back here. Kind of same with pitching. You get your shoulder too far in front of the ball's going to rise on you.
Yeah, but it's 30 to 30, man. It's 3rd and 8. And we had a mechanical breakdown. You ever have a flight delayed at the airport? Happens to me a lot. It's, I don't like mechanical breakdowns. I don't like any of that crap. We keep talking about peaks and valleys. There's so many peaks and there's too many valleys. There's got to be more consistency, And you know that, I know that. Your coaches have probably told you that for the last 2 years, right? But your rhythm is perfect. You have a tremendous ability to throw the ball. You're throwing the ball to one of the best receivers in the country. You're playing at Georgia, and damn it, we need this game, right? And, it's human error.
Ahead on Gruden's QB Camp.
Like Sam.
Gruden's QB Camp is presented by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach.
Play fake, Bray to the end zone. Touchdown.
Isn't this what you live for right here?
Play action, man.
Call this for me.
This would be I right, Sally Red Pop, X slant.
If I can give you good looks in the passing game, I should expect you to be a hell of a lot better than 58.6%, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
You guys run the power a lot, don't you? Power pass. What was this route you threw against Kentucky? What route was Rodgers running? A hand signal?
Sort of. That was supposed to be that slant.
And what did he run? I don't even know what the hell route he ran. Same
He was supposed to run a slant. The DB played inside, and so he kind of ran like a little back shoulder fade.
Did you tell him to run the back shoulder fade, or did he just do this on his own?
He just did this on his own.
You're kidding me? You have a slant call, he sees inside technique, he just did a back shoulder fade, you turn your back to the defense, look at your head. You don't know he's doing that, do you? You know what somebody told me about you? Let me read this to you. They said this. This is a pretty good source. The only thing about Bray is he's a gambler. He's a daredevil. I say that's a daredevil right there, man. Taking your eyes off the defense. You know, I'm going to lose my mind here sitting with you. We can't have this anymore. Because what do people remember about Peyton Manning? He wasn't able to beat who?
Florida.
He couldn't beat Florida. That Manning. Tyler Bray, he can't beat who?
The whole SEC.
Yeah, but he really had a hard time against who?
Alabama.
Had a hard time against Alabama. When you replay this interception, isn't this your dipper, your double post?
Yeah.
Look at that check down right there. Right? And what was your read on double post? Come on, Bray.
That safety.
You read it inside out, right?
Yep.
Maybe if you said, hey, I'll just throw it up top to Hunter, right?
Yeah, I've seen this play so many
Maybe
times.
I'll throw it up there or I'll throw it in there. I mean, that's your progression. 1, 2, 3, isn't it?
Yeah. And if I throw the same ball, I gotta throw it low and actually on a line drive, so I'm lobbing it over the middle, give that safety time to react.
You know, if the dog hadn't stopped to take a crap, he would have caught the rabbit,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Throw the ball inside.
Look at you spinning that ball. See you spinning that ball? You spin that ball a lot. You're convinced, this is how I look at you, Bray. I'm going to give you a glare. You're convinced that you can stick that ball in a window that big. You are a daredevil and a gambler, man. You got to go through your progression, man, right?
Yeah.
You got a great concept. You got the dipper. Go outside. Check it down. Get on with the game. Talk about managing the game. Understanding the concepts and mastering the concepts. Think about this. You're playing Georgia. We're in the red zone, and we know that Georgia's #1 coverage is probably quarters, right?
Yeah.
So every route that we call, let's put in a quarters beater. Let's put our best jerk runner in there, whoever it is. All right? And what we know about quarters coverage is there's 4 deep, right?
Yeah.
How many underneath? How many
7.
how many defenders do they have covering underneath?
7.
Well, they got 4 guys
3.
rushing. So they got 3 left, right?
Yeah.
So they got a linebacker here, a linebacker here, and a linebacker out here. Right?
Yeah.
So let's you and I, okay? Let's put him in the flat. Let's put him on a double move. Let's have him get doubled. And let's take the linebacker right there. You run a little smash or whatever. You run a corner route. Try to get doubled. Try to pull coverage. And let's get
One-on-one.
one-on-one on a jerk route for Wes Welker.
He gets a linebacker.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Chaney's trying to do against Georgia?
Yep. Get Ogletree on him.
Throw the ball to this receiver against the all-world Alec Ogletree at his house. Right?
Yeah.
Jarvis Jones, another feared bulldog, is one-on-one with our left tackle. But because of the nature of where we are and how quick this ass-kicking will occur, Jarvis Jones ain't no problem. We don't need to chip him or nudge him or anything else. So you're playing Georgia, and you get the coverage that you desire, and it is 6. Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You love it?
Oh, yeah.
So now, when you're playing South Carolina, that's 38-35. You're going to go in there and win this game. I tell you, man. And you're going to run a pattern to your friend Rodgers on a little jerk route, right? Who'd you forget about in this game a little bit?
Clowney. He hadn't done anything all game.
Well, he kind of waits. See what he did at the end of the Outback Bowl?
What a hit! Ball's free! On the ground!
He ate 2 Michigan Wolverines for a snack. So it's crunch time. What happens at crunch time in great players' mind?
Clicks.
What happens? Michael Jordan Sticks his tongue out, right? LeBron James. Great players do what at crunch time? Don't lose sight of that. Why am I calling that little jerk route? 83. What coverage do I want? 4 deep. So right now, as soon as you see the single safety, I would say, hey, man, we got the wrong coverage for this play. I need you to get me into an audible or an alert to change a play. And number 3, it's crunch time. Maybe we should have both expected that, right? Plus, you have Justin Hunter up here, who is a badass.
Yeah.
With bump and run coverage, you've already shredded him all day. Because look at your little jerk runner right there. They doubled him, didn't they? And when you got to wait, Clowney becomes a force.
Bray stepping up, trying to force the football. It's loose.
I mean, you're really 3-4 plays away at crunch time from having a hell of a lot different season now.
Either a bowl game, yeah.
But see, here's the peak and valley I keep seeing in Bray. It's, oh my, oh yeah, I get a stomachache watching you, man. You're going to have to start winning games above the neck, snap-by-snap discipline, game management, complete understanding of these protections, and communicating more emphatically. Florida Gators. Mike, right there, right?
Yeah.
Take charge, okay? And when you do, I think you're going to find out you're pretty damn good. He's young. He's not a fifth-year senior or a fourth-year junior. He's a third-year player at Tennessee. He's 21 years old. You're airing it out already. You get off the bus airing it out. Peaks, valleys in his play, inconsistency. And at crunch time, he got fooled. This is Tennessee, Alabama. 16-yard line. What do we call that slot combination where we got double post?
Dipper.
Dipper. Don't ask me why.
Suck. Just talk to me about preparing, how I need to prepare to become an NFL quarterback.
Dipper. Read it inside out. Suck.
The time it's going to take, and but it's just the little things that we need to
Love that.
kind of hone in on.
Suck. He showed that he can put the ball where he wants to put it. He can drive it down the field. He can throw the quick game quickly and accurately. I like that. You look like Tom Brady Jr. right there. He can put the ball in tight windows. He's not going to be a read option quarterback. He's not going to run for 800 yards. He might not run for 100. So he's going to have to master the protection.
Mike.
He's going to have to master his footwork and be incredibly disciplined in the process. And if he can do that, he can unlock the keys to a great throwing arm. Let's get a break, man. Give him some encouraging, insightful words.
Let's go. Hustle on 3. Hustle on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hustle. Did you put a lot of thought into that speech? Did you really?